Well, hello YouTube, and a warm welcome to the New to Crypto channel. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm your host. Got a lot to get through today, so let's go over to the main screen so we can see what's going on in the world of Ecomi and VeVe today. So here's the first thing here, and that is that everybody's tired. Apparently everybody is tired. According to Reese, this was on the channel yesterday, somebody asked about the fact of what is going to be the drop of the O, is what they're called, I believe. And it says just one drop this week, friends. I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted. So Reese and the team are exhausted. I can understand why. There's been a lot going on just lately. So a lot of feedback after the double drops last week is that everyone else is too. And this is kind of true, I guess. You know, a lot of people haven't got the money to keep on spending out. I know personally I don't every single week, so I buy sort of what I want and when I want, but there are people that are just constantly hammering in the money. Now, I suppose you could argue that this all might change when they get the MTL and you can actually take your money out and then you can cash it out, but people are still managing to cash out anyway. They're still getting their dollars, they're still getting the thing, but it's like buying a toy for your kid every single week. It's just getting crazy, isn't it? So, now I know these things go up in price and I know you can make money from them, etc., but doing, you know, a couple of drops a week is going to get crazy until there's a lot more users and a lot more people are wanting to buy these things. But that being said, I don't think that it's going to make a difference, this drop at all with the ghost trap. As we know, we have now got the ghost trap. If you watched the stream yesterday, then you would have seen that the guys announced that the ghost trap is coming. It's a big thing, and the reason it's a big thing is because of the fact that, okay, so we knew the ghost trap was coming, but this has sound. So this is kind of crazy. This is the first NFT that actually has sound. Now, I'm going to play the little clip for you just now. What I am going to do, though, I'm going to turn down the sound, so that way, funnily enough, I'm going to take the sound out of this one because I don't want to get copyrighted with the music. So I'll play a little bit of it for you anyway. Here we go. And then let's turn it down just to... Oh, no, I paused it by mistake. Let me turn it down here. That's it. Does that work? Ah, there we go. So there it is there. So this is the ghost trap. As you can see, looks absolutely fantastic. Everyone was on the edge of their seats waiting for this one to come anyway. And as you can see, it's absolutely awesome. Look at that. You can see the smoke coming off it and all that kind of stuff. And it just looks absolutely brilliant. It looks like you've got a real ghost trap, essentially. Now, is it going to interact with Slimer? That is the thing that everyone is wondering about, and that is why the whole market has gone crazy for Slimer. Somebody warned me about this the other day. They said to me, you should get a Slimer because they're going to go crazy, and I didn't listen. As always, I didn't listen. So, I hope you guys managed to get yourself a Slimer. I didn't manage to get one in the drop. I saw people getting them for like 100 or something just after the drop, and then in the marketplace, the prices dropped to around about 50 or 60, I believe, something like that. So, it was almost at the price that people bought it in at, and then this price for now for the Slimers has gone absolutely crazy, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly is that if it interacts with the ghost trap, then it's absolutely cool, isn't it? How cool is that the Slimer will be sucked into the ghost trap? Maybe you can go into your showroom, push the button, and then Slimer pops out or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it, but maybe that's a possibility in the future. Maybe they haven't done it yet. I don't know. But anyway, that will be really cool for a start. But also, more importantly, is that it can complete a set if you've got it. Now, there is an issue with that, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's move on to the next thing here, which is this one I can play the sound on, I believe, because this is just the sound of the ghost trap. So this is another version of the ghost trap, so to speak.
Yeah,
hopefully I've got
really
the sound
cool.
on that.
So
there you go. This is from their stream last night. Look at that, how cool is that?
That's so sick.
I was literally going to say, everyone's going to start buying Slimers and
There you go. So you can hear Hello K in the background saying that every single person is going to start buying Slimers, and he was absolutely dead on the money with that one. As soon as it came out, everybody started buying those Slimers like nobody's business. And like I said, they've rocketed in the marketplace. Now, the reason I say it's a great thing to buy a Slimer as well is because of the fact that it can complete the set. However, it can't, can it? Let's move on to the next thing here, which is which is James Morris on VeVe Collectibles. He mentioned this. Probably a few other people have mentioned it as well. I know I've sort of been thinking about it myself, and that is that it is impossible to collect the set. That's one of the reasons I didn't buy the Slimer as well, because even if I get the Ghost Trap tomorrow and I've got the Slimer, I don't have the Marshmallow Man for a start, so I would have to spend another 200 or 300, whatever it is, on the Marshmallow Man, because I'm guessing that's going to go up in price as well. But just the logos on their own. I remember when the logos were in the app, I think it was like £13 or £14. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I'm not really interested interested in that, so I didn't bother with it. Again, another silly mistake. So I didn't bother with it, and then the gold and the silver and the platinum. Actually, is there a silver? No, there's not. I think it's just gold and platinum. Those two there, they were already gone. They were literally gone. Like, that was the one that when I first got into the app, I saw somebody selling it for 2 million gems, and I saw bids on it, and I thought, wow, these things are really worth money. I didn't realise it was a fake bid, obviously, but that is what happened, and as you can see, there they are there. It is impossible to get them nowadays. Unless you've got a lot of money, it is impossible. So it does mean that you can't complete the set, and a lot of people want to complete sets. The idea of VeVe to get into the Master Collector program is all about completing sets and all that, along with other things as well. But that's one of the things that people are speculating is one of the main things it's going to be. If you complete a set of something, and also they did say that they might unlock certain things because of completing the set. So, you know, who knows? But as it stands at the moment, you can't complete the Ghostbusters set because you can't get them unless you're very, very rich. So that's one bad thing about it, but it's still going to be crazy. It's going to be so busy on that Thursday because there is only one drop now. I think there's 1,700 and something of them. There's not that many at all. I should have looked at this exact number before I came on, but I can't remember what it was now. But you can look at that yourself. You'll see the Medium article, or you can look anywhere. So many people are going to be talking about how little there are, because of the fact that everybody's going to be going for this thing, and you're literally going to, I would say, 10x at least your money, I think, if you buy this thing. If you manage to get it, I think it's going to 10x. I'm going to be trying to go for it myself. Incidentally, a lot of people have been talking about the bots. A lot of people have been using bots, have been found out, and they have been banned. So therefore, there's lots of messages popping up on Twitter where people are going to their accounts looking, and it says your account has been disabled. So be very, very careful. There was a video the other day of somebody actually using a bot and telling people how to do it. Well, strictly speaking, it wasn't a bot. It was just it was just showing how to use an emulator with a script. But I suppose that's classed as a bot in a way. Well, they were showing you that it's a very basic style bot. It's not one of the professional ones that sort of bypasses stuff or anything. So not even sure if they exist. Maybe they do. Some people were saying in my comments that bots are going to easily get past captures as well. I don't know. I don't really know much about them, but I know that some people have been caught using them, and I know that their account has been disabled because it is against the rules. So again, if you do decide to use a bot or something like that, or an emulator, just be very careful because they do find out these things. They can watch your thing. They can see the breadcrumbs that you leave behind, especially if you put videos all over Twitter and all over that thing saying, look, I'm using a bot. So therefore, do bear that in mind before you do, and play fair. Let everybody have a good chance of getting it, and it all adds to the fun. If you start misusing the system, which I've heard some people are doing, then it means that it makes it bad for all, but also it makes it even worse for yourself because when you get your collectibles taken away and all that kind of thing, then you haven't really gained anything, have you? And even if you use a bot for the first time, because maybe you watched this video on Thursday, you might get away with it the once or think you've got away with it, and then a couple of days later they then disable your account, and that's happened to a few people. So therefore, just be aware of that, take precautions. And take precautions. Just don't do it. Simple as that. Because as I said, it is against the rules. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on to the next thing, shall we? And that is this. My wife, woohoo, has finally started a YouTube channel. So therefore, I've been on her since the start because she actually speaks Spanish. She actually speaks Portuguese as well, and perfect English as well. That's why she's with me, because can't speak very good Spanish at all. So therefore, she's finally started a YouTube channel, and she's going to be talking about Ecomi and VeVe in Spanish. So for all the Spanish users out there who were coming to my channel and saying, hey, can you put English subtitles so that I can at least be able to figure out what you're saying a bit better? She's now going to be taking my videos and sort of translating them, I guess. She's also going to be translating some of the AMAs as well, or some of the key takeaways from AMAs, so that way everybody gets to know what they are in Spanish as well. And she'll be taking some other YouTubers like maybe Cavill, Daniel Lee, some of the other great big YouTubers, and Taps Trades, and she might be translating some of their stuff as well, if they give us permission to do that, so that way everyone gets to know all about what's going on, and all that kind of stuff, really. So that's the plan. So I'll leave her channel in the comments below, so please do go and check it out, and maybe subscribe to the channel. I know you're probably not going to listen to the videos unless you're Spanish, of course, because you probably won't understand what's going on. I personally don't, but basically what she's going to do is take the ideas that I give her for the ones that I do, and also from other people in the community, and she's going to try and translate it so that way we get a massive Spanish population coming in to VeVe and Ecomi, and that's the plan. Whether or not it goes ahead, I don't know, but we're going to try. So therefore, please do go to our channel and subscribe, and maybe drop a like in the box. And if you feel like being really generous, you can just let the video play in the background, so that at least that way YouTube sees it as a view, rather than just somebody who clicked on it and then clicked off it again, because that obviously doesn't help with the algorithm and all that kind of stuff as well. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on to the next thing, shall we? Which is this. The new Pokemon. Will it be the new Pokemon? Is it the new Pokemon? Who knows? This is the Kung Fu Porkchoppers. Now, we spoke about this a while ago, saying they've got the Kung Fu Porkchoppers as one of the main licenses for VeVe, or one of the licenses. It's not something anyone knows about at all. Nobody knows about Kung Fu Porkchoppers. When I put it in, I said it was one of the biggest things in China, and even a Chinese person or an Asian person, I'm not sure where they were from, essentially, they're from somewhere in Asia, said, I've never heard of them. So, therefore, you know, I don't know, but I thought I'd do a little bit of research on the Kung Fu Porkchoppers. So let me show you the website, because the thing about the Kung Fu Porkchoppers, let's have a look here. This is the Kung Fu Porkchoppers here. This is on YouTube. If you just type in Kung Fu Porkchoppers, you will find a channel of this, and it is 246 subscribers. Woo, big whoop, eh? Big whoop. That's not the new Pokemon, is it? Big whoop, Kung Fu Porkchoppers. But here is the key thing, and this is something that Alfred Kahn said in an interview the other day. He said that what they do is they like to take the programs that are popular elsewhere and then make them massive. So this is what I think they're going to try and do with the Kung Fu Porkchoppers. This is a kids program. And as you can see, as you saw in the picture that I showed you just there, my son, I sat him down in front of the Kung Fu Porkchoppers today just to see what his reaction to it was, because he loves Peppa Pig and all that kind of thing, and he loved it. He sat there and was literally glued to the TV from the moment I put it down. So, okay, admittedly, as soon as I put him down, he was like, don't want to watch this, don't want to watch this, don't like this, don't like this. So he does that with everything. He does that with food, he does that with TV shows. But the point is that he literally sat there, it must have been about 10, 15 seconds, and as soon as he got into the action of the Kung Fu Porkchoppers, playing around with dinosaurs and that kind of thing, he sat there and was glued to it. And when my wife went to take him to the park, he didn't want to leave. Now, that's unheard of for my son. He's very particular about the shows he wants to watch. And, you know, he absolutely loved it. So I think it's going to be a big hit, just based on his opinion. But having said that, this is the Kung Fu Porkchoppers. So the Kung Fu Porkchoppers is actually GG Bond. It's called GG Bond, and this is the GG Bond here. So GG Bond is basically, it's a Chinese pig, essentially. It's all in Chinese, incidentally, so you can't understand any of it at the moment if you watch it on YouTube. So, and what Crane Khan are going to do is they're taking it and they're making an English version of it, and then they're going to release it to the public. So I think that's going to go absolutely crazy. This is the background and everything. It's basically all about a pig hero, or what have you, so you can check all that out on Wikipedia if you want to. Now, here's the interesting bit here. This is licensemagazine.com. If you type in Kung Fu Porkchoppers, this is the information that you get. Crane Khan, which of course we know is to do with Alfred Kahn, names Wicked Cool Toys, which is Jeremy Padaware, remember, as master licensee for Kung Fu Porkchoppers. So therefore, Jeremy Padaware, who is very in with Ecomi and with VeVe, obviously, and obviously with Alfred Kahn, is the main licensee for Kung Fu Porkchoppers. So already it's going to be a big toy. We know that for sure, because every toy that they take on goes massive. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cabbage Patch Dolls, all of those are to do with Jeremy Padaware as well. And he is the main licensee. But not only that, I believe that VeVe will be the first people, or maybe the only people. I don't know how the license is going to work, but they're going to be the first or only people to put it in the VeVe app as well. So think how crazy that's going to be. If this TV show comes out and gets as big as Pokemon, which is a possibility, because my son liked it. If it comes out and it's as big as Pokemon, then that means that VeVe will be the only app that has the Kung Fu Porkchoppers in it. Now, if you're worried and thinking, well, Kung Fu Porkchoppers maybe isn't that big, just take a look. Type in GG Bond into YouTube, and you'll see just here, you can see it's got 154,000 subscribers. Okay, so that's not a lot. But then if you look here, well, not compared to, you know, like Peppa Pig, where it's got like 24 million or something like that. But bear in mind that this is for the Asian audience only at the moment. It is all in Chinese or in Mandarin or whatever it's in. I'm not exactly sure which dialect it's in, but it is in a foreign language, obviously. So therefore, English people don't watch it. American people don't watch it. Nobody watches it for that reason. Now, look at the amount of people that have watched each of these things. Now, incidentally, they've got like 16 seasons of this thing and their own movies as well. They've got like 4 or 5 movies that they've already brought out. So this thing is crazy big already. It's just not hit the English-speaking, I guess, population at the moment. So, therefore, if you just move down, look, you've got there, this is Legends, season 14, episode 101 and 104, GG Bond Dodgeball it's called. It's 53 minutes and is 1.8 million views. So just scrolling down in general, you've got 3.1 million views, 1.3 million views, 246k. That one's not as popular. That's from 4 years ago. But I guess it depends on, and that's on the official channel as well. But see, the crazy thing is that although there's 154k subscribers, they've got videos that have got like 2.6 million, 4.6 million views. So obviously, as we know with YouTube, not everybody is a subscriber. And when you get views on things, you can often get more views on something than you have subscribers, which unfortunately isn't happening to me at the moment. So therefore, if you're not subscribed and you don't put a like in the box, then it does mean that people don't get to see it. So therefore, hit that subscribe button, do the like button, and make me like the Kung Fu Pork Chopper that I want to be. So therefore, yeah, that's all about the Kung Fu Pork Choppers. Anyway, you can check it all out on the YouTube, see what there is there, and I think that it has the potential to be the next Pokemon, and that's essentially what they want to do. And if you go to the Kung Fu Pork Choppers thing here, let me just see, this is a new show alert, but I'm going to play you a little bit, just a little snippet here, so you can see what they are saying straight off the bat about the Kung Fu Pork Choppers. Now, I'm not going to play you the whole thing because obviously I don't want to get copyrighted and all that kind of thing, but let's just have a little listen.
And guess what? The original team that made Pokemon a mega hit, not to mention Yu-Gi-Oh! And Ninja Turtles, those guys are back.
There you go, so they're back and they're going to be giving you the Kung Fu Pork Choppers. And they got a really cool theme song as well. I must admit, it is a really cool theme song. I'm talking over the top of it, by the way, because I don't want to get what's it called, copyrighted here, but okay, I think that's enough of that. I'm gonna dance along to that. I think my son is gonna be watching that constantly, so I'm gonna get enough of that as it is anyway. But you get the idea anyway. You can go to the YouTube, you can look all about that. So basically, what they're saying is the original team that bought your Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all these crazy cool shows that we know are absolutely massive. They're gonna be bringing out Kung Fu Pork Chopper soon. VeVe is gonna be the app, the main app where they can get the virtual versions of it, and Wicked Cool Toys are gonna be the distributor for the toys. So it's gonna go massive. It really is. So I don't think there's any doubt about it, which in turn will make VeVe massive, which in turn will, increase viewers, etc., etc., etc. So, I think we're really, really early on. You don't realise how early we are, and I think it's going to go crazy. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me here. As always, don't take this as financial or investment advice in any way, shape or form, because what do I know? I'm new to crypto. See you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.